Stop tomorrow morning before your first sip of coffee, crush one clove and add it in. Then drink it slowly on an empty stomach. Don't skip this. In many years working with men over 60, I've seen the same pattern: fatigue that doesn't lift, cold hands, weaker circulation, even reduced vitality, despite drinking coffee every day. What most men don't realize is the real problem isn't energy, it's blood flow. Nitric oxide is like a signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and open. Your body still makes it, but after 60, this signal can weaken due to oxidative stress and slower enzyme activity. Think of it like a door that used to open easily. Now it sticks. What surprised me was some men tried supplements but didn't respond as expected. This only works if you do it at the right time, first thing in the morning before food. I didn't expect something this simple to matter, but it did. In a moment, I'll explain why this combination may support circulation and how to use it correctly. The changes you're about to hear, what can happen in 10 minutes, 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, and even 30 days, are all part of the same simple shift you can start tomorrow morning. If you're curious about where this comes from and the science behind it, I've added more details in the description below. But before we go deeper, I want to ask you something quick. How old are you? I read every comment, and knowing your age helps me tailor these insights for you and others watching. Now, let's begin, because this first step, adding just one clove to your coffee, is where your body's response can start to change in as little as 10 minutes. 1. What happens when you add this to your coffee every day? Tomorrow morning, before you eat anything, try this. Crush one whole clove, add it to your coffee, and sip it slowly. This may help support how your body responds to your morning energy, especially after 60. What most men don't realize is the issue isn't just low energy. In many cases, it may also involve how your blood vessels respond to signals that control circulation. And this is where things quietly change with age. It's not just about producing nitric oxide. It's also about how your body responds to it. Your body can produce nitric oxide from certain nutrients, and this molecule acts like a signal, telling your blood vessels to relax and open. Think of it like a key turning in a lock. When it works well, blood flows smoothly. When it doesn't, things feel slower, colder hands, lower stamina, less consistent energy. After 60, this system may become less responsive. Oxidative stress tends to increase, and the signal doesn't land the same way it used to. What surprised me was many men I've worked with weren't lacking inputs. They were lacking responsiveness. Some research has observed that compounds in coffee, like polyphenols, along with certain spices, may support vascular function and reduce oxidative stress. Not dramatically overnight, but in measurable, gradual ways. So what does that mean for you? Over time, this simple combination may support better circulation, steadier energy, and may also support performance in certain areas. This only works if you do it at the right time, first thing in the morning before food, when your body is most receptive. If you're doing this later in the day, it may not work as effectively. You may start noticing subtle shifts at first, lighter mornings, more stable focus, but this is only one part of the picture. 2. What's really happening inside your body? Tomorrow morning, before you take your first sip, pause for a second, inhale the aroma, then drink your clove-infused coffee slowly. This small step may help your body process the signal more effectively, especially first thing in the morning. What most men don't realize is the issue isn't just low nitric oxide. In many cases, it may also involve how your blood vessels respond to that signal. It's not just about producing it, it's also about how your body responds to it. Here's what I mean. Your body can produce nitric oxide from certain nutrients in your diet. Think of it as a signal, a message that tells your blood vessels to relax and open. When that signal lands clearly, blood flows smoothly, delivering oxygen and nutrients where they're needed. But after 60, this system may become less responsive. The message is still being sent, but the receptors, like old locks, don't turn as easily. Oxidative stress tends to increase and the signal gets weaker or delayed. This is where many people go wrong. They assume they just need more stimulation, when in reality, the system needs better communication. What surprised me was, when this signal response loop improves even slightly, men often describe feeling warmer in their hands, more steady in their energy, and more consistent throughout the day. Some research has observed that compounds found in coffee and certain spices may support vascular function and reduce oxidative stress over time, not instantly, but in measurable, gradual ways. So this isn't about forcing the body, it's about helping it respond more efficiently. Over time, that may support circulation, endurance, and even performance in certain areas. This only works if you do it at the right time, early in the morning before food, when your body is most receptive. If you're doing this later, it may not work as effectively. 10. You may start noticing subtle changes first, but this is only one part of the picture. 3. Within 10 minutes. Tomorrow morning, drink your clove-infused coffee slowly. Don't rush it. Give your body a few minutes before you eat anything. This may help your system respond more clearly to what you've just consumed. What most men don't realize is the first 10 minutes aren't about energy the way people think. In many cases, it may also involve how your nervous system and blood vessels respond to that initial signal. It's not just about producing nitric oxide, it's also about how your body responds to it. Here's what's likely happening. Your body can produce nitric oxide from compounds already present in your diet. This molecule acts like a signal, almost like flipping a switch, that signals blood vessels to relax and open. At the same time, caffeine begins to stimulate your brain, increasing alertness. But after 60, this process may become less responsive. The signal is still there, but it doesn't always land the same way. This is where many people go wrong. They assume they need more caffeine, when in reality they may need a more balanced response. What surprised me was, when that balance improves even slightly, men often describe a very different feeling. Not a sudden jolt, but a smoother, more controlled sense of alertness, less tension in the chest, less jitteriness in the hands. Some research has observed that certain plant compounds may support vascular relaxation and reduce oxidative stress, which may help the body respond more efficiently to these signals. So within those first 10 minutes, you may start noticing something subtle, a calmer kind of focus, a steadier rhythm in your body. Not dramatic, but different. This only works if you do it at the right time, early in the morning before food. If you're doing this after a heavy meal, it may not work as effectively. You may start noticing these small shifts quickly, but this is only the beginning of what happens next. 4. Within one day. Tomorrow morning, repeat the same step. Crush one clove, add it to your coffee, and drink it slowly before eating. This may help your body continue building on that early response you felt in the first few minutes. What most men don't realize is, the first real shift within 24 hours isn't just about energy. In many cases, it may also involve how your digestive system and circulation begin to coordinate more efficiently. It's not just about producing nitric oxide, it's also about how your body responds to it. Here's what's happening underneath. Your body can produce nitric oxide throughout the day, not just once. Think of it like a signal that needs to be sent repeatedly, like tapping a switch multiple times to keep a light steady. When that signal reaches your blood vessels, it signals them to relax, supporting smoother blood flow. But after 60, this signaling loop may become less responsive. The body still sends the message, but the response tends to decline, especially after meals when blood sugar rises and oxidative stress increases. This is where many people go wrong. They focus only on stimulation, not on stability. What surprised me was, within a day, some men begin to notice changes not in how strong they feel, but in how steady they feel. Less heaviness after meals, less fluctuation in energy, a more even rhythm through the afternoon. Some research has observed that certain plant compounds may support metabolic balance and reduce oxidative stress over time, leading to measurable improvements in how the body regulates energy. So within 24 hours, you may start noticing subtle coordination. Your digestion feels lighter, your energy doesn't crash as quickly. Not dramatic, but more controlled. This only works if you do it at the right time, early in the morning before food, so your body can process the signal without interference. If you're doing this after meals, it may not work as effectively. You may start noticing these small shifts building, but this is where things begin to deepen over the next few days. 5. Within 7 days. For the next week, keep the same routine. Each morning before eating, add 1 crushed clove to your coffee and drink it slowly. This may help your body build consistency in how it responds, not just moment to moment, but across the day. What most men don't realize is, by day 7, the shift isn't just about energy anymore. In many cases, it may also involve how inflammation and circulation begin to stabilize together. It's not just about producing nitric oxide, it's also about how your body responds to it. Here's what's happening. Your body can produce nitric oxide regularly, sending signals that signal blood vessels to relax and allow smoother blood flow. Think of it like a door that opens a little easier each time you use the right key. Over several days, that repeated signaling may start to feel more natural to the body. But after 60, this system tends to decline in responsiveness. The signal can still be there, but low-grade inflammation and oxidative stress may interfere with how well your blood vessels react. This is where many people go wrong. They try to force results quickly instead of supporting the system consistently. What surprised me was, after about a week, many men describe a different kind of change. Not dramatic, but noticeable. Less stiffness when they wake up. Hands and feet feel warmer. Movement feels slightly easier. Some research has observed that plant-based compounds may support reductions in oxidative stress and improvements in vascular function over time, leading to measurable improvements in how the body maintains circulation. So within 7 days, you may start noticing a shift in baseline, not just short bursts of energy, but a more stable foundation. This only works if you do it at the right time, morning, before food, when your body is most receptive. If you skip days or change the timing, it may not work as effectively. You may begin to feel these changes building, but this is where deeper metabolic shifts can start to appear next. 6. Within 14 days. For the next 2 weeks, keep this simple habit consistent. Each morning before eating, add 1 crushed clove to your coffee and drink it slowly. This can support how your body stabilizes energy and circulation over a longer stretch of time. What most men don't realize is, by day 14, the shift may no longer be about short-term effects. In many cases, it may also involve how your metabolism and blood sugar regulation begin to respond more steadily. It's not just about producing nitric oxide, it's also about how your body responds to it. Here's what's happening underneath. Your body can produce nitric oxide throughout the day, sending signals that signal blood vessels to relax and maintain healthy flow. Think of it like a dimmer switch instead of a light switch. Over time, the system learns to adjust more smoothly instead of jumping up and down. But after 60, this response tends to decline. Blood vessels may become less responsive, and fluctuations in blood sugar can add stress to the system. This is where many people go wrong. They focus only on quick boosts instead of supporting stability. What surprised me was, around the 2-week mark, many men describe fewer sudden drops in energy, less need for a second cup of coffee, a more even level of focus throughout the day. Some research has observed that certain compounds in coffee and spices may support insulin sensitivity and reduce oxidative stress over time, leading to measurable improvements in metabolic balance. So within 14 days, you may start noticing something deeper, not just how you feel in the moment, but how consistent your energy becomes from morning to afternoon. This may also support performance in certain areas simply because the body is operating more steadily. This only works if you do it at the right time, early in the morning before food, when your body can process these signals without interference. If you're inconsistent or change the timing, it may not work as effectively. You may begin to feel a new baseline forming, but this is where longer-term changes can start to show up next. 7. Within 30 days. For the next month, keep this habit simple and consistent. Every morning before eating, add 1 crushed clove to your coffee and drink it slowly. This can support how your body builds a more stable baseline, not just day to day, but across weeks. What most men don't realize is, by 30 days, the change may not feel like a boost anymore. In many cases, it may also involve how your entire system, circulation, energy, and metabolism, starts working together more efficiently. It's not just about producing nitric oxide, it's also about how your body responds to it. Here's what I've seen. Your body can produce nitric oxide continuously, sending signals that signal blood vessels to relax and maintain flow. Think of it like oiling a hinge. At first, the door still creaks, but over time, it opens more smoothly without force. After 60, this responsiveness tends to decline. Blood vessels may become less flexible, and oxidative stress can interfere with signaling. This is where many people go wrong. They keep chasing short-term stimulation instead of supporting long-term responsiveness. What surprised me was, around the 1-month mark, many men don't describe a dramatic change. They describe a different normal. Waking up feeling more ready, less reliance on caffeine throughout the day, a more consistent sense of warmth and circulation. Some research has observed that regular intake of certain plant compounds may support vascular function and reduce oxidative stress over time, leading to measurable improvements in how the body maintains balance. So within 30 days, you may start noticing a shift in your baseline, how your body feels at rest, not just under stimulation. This may also support performance in certain areas, simply because the system is functioning more steadily. This only works if you do it at the right time, morning before food, when your body is most receptive. If the timing is inconsistent, it may not work as effectively. You may begin to recognize this as a new rhythm, but this is still only part of the picture. 8. The right method. How to prepare it for maximum effect. Tomorrow morning, before you eat anything, do this step carefully. Crush 1 whole clove, add it to your hot coffee, and let it sit for a few minutes before drinking. This may help your body absorb the active compounds more effectively. What most men don't realize is the method matters just as much as the ingredient. In many cases, the issue isn't just what you take, it may also involve how your body is able to extract and respond to it. It's not just about producing nitric oxide, it's also about how your body responds to it. Here's where many people go wrong. Your body can produce nitric oxide naturally, and compounds in coffee and clove may support that process. But think of it like unlocking a door. The key has to be shaped correctly. If the clove isn't crushed, or if it's added at the wrong time, those compounds may not be released properly. When prepared correctly, certain compounds may help signal blood vessels to relax, supporting smoother circulation. But after 60, this system may become less responsive. That means preparation and timing become more important, not less. Some research has observed that heat and extraction methods can influence how plant compounds are released and absorbed, leading to measurable differences in how the body responds. So here's the simple approach. Morning before food. Crush the clove. Don't leave it whole. Let it sit in hot coffee for a few minutes. Then drink slowly. This only works if you do it at the right time and in the right way. If you skip the crushing step or rush the process, it may not work as effectively. What surprised me was, once people adjusted the method, the experience often felt different, not stronger but more consistent. You may start noticing subtle improvements building over time, but how you do it is just as important as doing it at all.